I'm going to take a little trip down memory lane. This was the catalog of the very first magic shop I went to in Kissimmee, Florida, and I'm actually planning on putting this in a display case, but I wanted to thumb through it one more time. Old Town Magic Shop. It started off as just one store in a retro-looking strip mall called Old Town. Later, they expanded, added a lot more shops to other areas, and then they turned into Magic Max. But this was the one of the first catalogs. Well, actually, the first catalog I got, Magic catalog I got, was the Old Town Magic Shop. This isn't my original one. I've worn that one out. But I want to thumb through here one more time for memories. Yeah, if anybody watching this, this is probably might not be the video for you. I'm not going to be demonstrating magic. This is a video mostly for me. I just wanted to go through here one more time and have something to look back on. They had a really unique system here to tell how easy or difficult a trick was. If the trick had 5 stars, you could pretty much do it right away. 1 star was pretty difficult, and you had to really practice it. You should always practice all magic. But yeah, the transmental mentalism effect. I still have that somewhere. It was a lot of fun. I have that somewhere. I got a lot of mileage out of that. Pretty easy. Oh, the Haunted Hank. I still have a couple of those. The Living Arm. I've frightened a whole lot of people with that. It looks like you're holding a severed hand, but I'll give a little secret. This hand was fake. This was your real hand. People would feel that hand, commenting on how lifelike it feels, and then you grab them and you scare them. Oh, the color changing rope. I had that, then my dog chewed it. Rising business card case. Had that. And that I wore that out. Don't think I had the time warp. Business card merger, torn and restored business card. I do have that somewhere. The fortune telling Swami. This one right here. I loved this one. I actually use this to get dates. You have somebody. You show somebody a stack of these cards. They sign their name at the top, and then you have them pick a card, and the name of the card appears in the crystal ball. And I rigged that up to say to get dates. Hey, who's your dream date? And it'll be my name, and then the next card would be my phone number, and I'd get their phone number. I've used that with a lot of success, and I'm happily married now. Color changing knives is a classic. Penetration frame. This was the second trick I learned. You put a playing card in that glass. The audience examines everything, and then you shove a pencil through the card, but you don't break the glass. Chinese sticks, that's a good one. Oddball was fun. The shrinking die, I don't remember if I've had that one or not. I've had so much stuff and lost so much stuff. Sponge balls, I do have a YouTube video with those. Color changing ball, I think I have that. Al Goshman sponge ball routine. I don't remember if I purchased that. A lot of these were just instructions. Use your own stuff or build at home, like this one here. It was a very easy thing. I first learned it with a piece of rope and an empty shampoo bottle. Vanishing glass liquid, I don't think I did that one. Grab bags, no, didn't do that. The thumb cuffs. I first learned this one over 30 years ago. I still use it to this day, as well as the Siberian chain escape, the cut and restored rope, a classic of magic. I use that a lot in my shows. Oh, chop cup. I'm planning on using a chop cup in an upcoming video. I have one that's a beer can, and I just have one that's a regular cup. It's a fun trick with sleight of hand. The little pecan. I have that somewhere. It's a funny trick. I'm gonna try to find that and do that for you. You'll get a laugh out of it. Rising wand. The candy vanished. That was a very good trick. I have that. I've had everything almost. I think I've had everything on this page. Bananas. I plan on doing a video with this soon. I don't think I've had those other ones. The equal, unequal ropes. 3 pieces of rope, different lengths, a short, a medium, and a large. And then you stretch them all into the exact same length. Most people know this as a professor's nightmare. Another one I started off with, and I still use it. Zigzag dollar. That was always a cute one. I'd use it with a crayon, a dollar, or a cigarette. It was always a good one. The hot rod. That's a fun one. The cups and balls. Yeah, they had it as 4 stars, which means it was fairly easy to do. They catered a lot to kids, and sometimes kids and beginners are very afraid of sleight of hand. Some cool magic can be done with cups and balls without sleight of hand. The routine on my YouTube, if you find that, it's a lot of sleight of hand. So that should be anywhere from 5 stars all the way down to 1 star, depending on what routine you do. Another chop cup, levitation sensation. I want to do this one. I have it. I learned it, and I just never did anything with it, and I forgot about it. I put a match or a cigarette on your palm, and you cover it with a glass, and then the match or the cigarette will move around. There are no strings attached. A fire wallet, a wallet that catches on fire. Yeah, who would buy such a thing? Oh, electric hand. That's something that every magician knows, but they don't know this name because this company created their own names for a lot of basic stuff. But yeah, if there's a magician watching this who doesn't know what the electric hand is, you know what it is. If you know how to vanish a handkerchief or a cigarette in your bare hand, you know what that is. The super gel, that was they sold it as a gag. You put a teaspoon of this little white powder into a glass, like a water or something, and it solidifies like Jello. I think this is the same stuff they put in some disposable diapers, so the kid doesn't leak all over the place. Let's see. I don't think I've had any of these other things here. Surprising. Oh yes, I've had a few of these. Hey, a hot book. Yes, I've definitely had that a few times. Instead of the wallet, it's a book. Same thing. Book test. The rabbits everywhere. I plan on putting that on YouTube. And here's the card magic section. Yeah, card magic. A lot of it is, there's some that's very easy and there's some that's very difficult. I mean, there's some card moves I've tried learning. I started to try to learn in 1994 and I still can't do them. A lot of card stuff here that was a lot of fun. Electric deck, might do something with that. Rising card, I plan to do that. Card castle, it's a neat. The McComical deck, it's a comedy trick. I plan to put that on YouTube. The 6-card repeat. I have a variation of that on my YouTube. Monty, might add that. Now this is the one I really want to put on YouTube. The Svengali deck was the very first thing I learned. So it's kind of a special thing for me. So I do want to put that on my YouTube, and I want to perform it inside of a magic shop. But brick and mortar magic shops are very hard to come by nowadays. Everybody is ordering online. Wizard deck, I do have a video on YouTube with that. Sidewalk shuffle, I think I have all these. But I just haven't used them for a long time, so I forgot how to do them. Mental photography, that's another one I'm going to put on YouTube soon. Invisible Deck, another classic. Put that on. Oh, this one right here, no strings attached. Oh, you have somebody pick a card, and then you put cards out in a circle, then you bring out a golf ball, and the golf ball seems to come to life. It rolls around on its own, and it lands on the selected card. I watched the person behind the counter do this thing, and I wanted it, but I spent all my money already, so I couldn't get it. And I have never seen this anywhere ever again. I still want this thing. And I saw that, I think it was in the early 90s. Oh, yes. This. I've had this and I wore it out. You draw, somebody picks a card and then you draw the wrong card. And then you draw more so it looks like a full deck. Then you flip book style. The correct card rises out of the drawing. This is always fun. TV card frame. I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that. Haunted deck. That's the TV card frame. Haunted deck. Yeah, try to do that one soon. Maybe I'll put this one up too. There's just so much magic out there that I learned over the years and then forgot about, but I just want to keep the magic alive. You know what I'm saying? There we are. Cheek to Cheek. I have a version of this on my YouTube already. This is a rigged deck. My version, the way I did it, didn't require a special deck. My video is Triumph. The Moneymaker, that's a cute little gag. A blank piece of paper goes between rollers and then real money prints out. Cute little trick. Very easy to do. It's a nice beginner trick. The floating bill, that is on my YouTube. I used a $5 bill on my YouTube. I called it the floating 5. Misled. David Copperfield did this on a TV special. Maybe I'll do it for YouTube too. The Cigarette Through the Quarter. Another classic. Nobody smokes anymore, so most people use a crayon. I might do this one sometime too. When I first saw this, completely fooled the heck out of me. I had no clue how it was done. Hooked half dollar. Never had that one. Scotch and soda. This is a great coin trick. Yeah, another one I plan to put on YouTube along with the hopping halves. This one I have not done. Oh my goodness, I have so much stuff on here. I have collected a lot of magic over the years, over 33 years of magic collecting and hoarding. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, this was a fun one. Former President George Bush Sr. bought this one after he saw it. Nickels to dimes. I might do this one on YouTube soon. I actually found that at an estate sale. I had one, forgot about it, lost it, and went to an estate sale and they had one for sale. Oh, multiplying coin tray, that's a good one. I never did a whole lot of coin magic. 2 or 3 things. The copper, silver, brass. Now that is one I definitely want on YouTube. It's on my top 5 list of things to put on YouTube. But, yeah, I'm practicing it, but I'm just not comfortable with it yet. The $1.35 trick, I do have that on YouTube. Coin and bottle, plan to put that in there soon. Haunted dollar bill, I'm trying it. That's having some difficulty with that, and I don't know those. The floating pearl. It's a miniature version of the classic zombie ball magic. I actually have 2 of these. I bought one back in the 90s at Old Town, and if you've seen my video of going to a Magic Club's auction, I found another one, and I bought it just for the nostalgia. But I'm going to try to learn that at least once. Double swords through the neck. Oh, there we are. Keep this in focus. I probably should be looking at my phone where I'm recording instead of at the catalog. Look at the catalog through the phone. There we are. Oh, this is spectacular. I gotta dig this out again. Pour a glass of soda. I believe they used red Snapple. You pour real liquid into the glass, you turn it over, and it's a real handkerchief. It is so cool. The bra trick, that's one I started off with 30 years ago, and I don't do that anymore. It's embarrassing for the lady. You make people think you ripped her bra off. So yeah, I have not done that one in probably, oh, at least 25 years. Acrobatic silks, I might do that someday. I never had the cape. Yeah. For this, it looks like you should dress in a fancy magic tuxedo. I typically wear a nice shirt and a tie, depending where I'm at. Nice blue jeans. Sometimes I wear a suit, depending on the occasion. Dynamite Dog. It's pretty much the same thing as the floating bill, except you use a balloon animal instead of money. Freddy Cat Rabbit. That's a really good trick for children. Oh, I do have a video with this. I do have that. I believe I produced a dove out of it. Never had this one. Presto Clock. Never had that one. The Mismade Flag. You get that was a neat one. You take a red, a white, and a blue handkerchief, and you throw them into the bag. But the first time you miss with the blue one, you do magic, and first time it turns into a American flag minus the blue. And then you notice your mistake. You pick up the blue handkerchief. You put everything back in the bag. And then Mismade Flag. So I believe the stars were red, and this part, the blue part, I believe is called the Union, was red and wrong colored stripes on the flag. Very good trick. Zombie Ball, that's a bigger version of that pearl we just looked at. Canister, I thought about that, but never got it. Stratosphere, I do have a video with that. The Black Hand Gag, it's just a funny little gag. You show a white towel, you have a kid wipe their hands off really quick, that's going to help you, and then black handprints are all over the towel, making the kid think he had really dirty hands. Funny little trick. Miraculous, I thought about it. Didn't buy it, but you show a mirror and then you can pull a silk handkerchief through the mirror. Everything examined. Murder Inc. You put a person's head in there, you put a bunch of knives in there, and then the person comes out of the box unharmed. Eaten alive acid test. I wanted to do this so bad, I bought it. They give you everything you need, the chemical. You have like 5 glasses. You tell the audience 4 of them are water, and then 1 of them is acid. And they give you the chemical, so the audience picks which glasses you drink, and the last glass remaining is the acid. The chemical, and then to prove it's real, you drop a spoon in there, and then it fizzes and smokes and everything. I don't know if I had a bad batch of chemical or what, but I put the spoon in there, and it took 10 minutes for anything to happen. So audience staring at water for 10 minutes with nothing happening is not going to hold their attention. But yeah, if anybody's watching this, hope you're enjoying this. My little trip down memory lane. Had a couple of these, pretty good. Canes, vanishing and appearing. I've used those many times. There's the candles over here. Vanishing and appearing. Run, rabbit, run. That's another kid's trick. It was expensive. I never bought that one. Of course, I've purchased much more expensive stuff over the years, so that's probably not a good excuse. Color-changing handkerchiefs, like red to blue, green to yellow. Cake in the Hat. This was the first parlor trick I ever bought. I have never used it. The type of hat that's recommended to borrow for this hasn't been in style since as long as I can remember. But you borrow somebody's hat, and you're gonna tell them you're gonna bake a cake in the hat. You pour the milk, the flour, the eggs inside their hat, and then you start a fire to cook it, and then you realize you forgot to put the pan in the bottom of the hat. You quick slap the pan inside the burning hat, and you pull it out, and there's a cake inside the pan, and the hat is completely unharmed. So yeah, I still want to do that someday, but you just can't find the right hat anymore. Water suspension, I don't think I had any of those. Okay, the dove pans and the duck pans, I have 2 videos with these. And the book on the dove pans, handcuff escapes. Teach how to do that. Maybe I'll do those someday. Oh yeah, vanishing bowl in the pole. I have this. It's extremely difficult. I've never been able to do it. I get Forgetful Freddy. That's the closer to my kids show. Let's see. Forgetful Fred. I don't think I've had any of these. Watch me go through my stuff and find it. Oh, let's see. The bunny box. I have this in my shed in the backyard. I might bring that out someday and do a video with it. It's just a table. Devil's napkin. That's a fun way to vanish objects. Broken and restored one. Broken and restored fan. I have both of those, and I think I wore them out. Milk pitcher, galaxy glass. I've had the milk pitcher. Yeah, the old classic where you pour milk into a paper cone, and then the milk vanishes, not damaging the paper at all. Magic coloring book and vanishing crayons. I might do a YouTube video with those. Crystal clear cube. I don't think I've had that one. Tea kettle. Yes, I do have a video with that. I have currently I have 2 videos with linking rings, and I'm planning another one showing the 4-ring routine from my DVD. And I do want to have a full stand-up show on my YouTube that features the 8-ring routine I did from my DVD. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm going to do the best I can to get that. The bucket. I do have a video with that when I talked about my job offer from the Tiger King. Yes, that really happened. Death device. I have that. Fancy escape. I might do that someday. It's kind of a tight fit, but I think I can still do it. The Firebowl, that is on my YouTube. I don't have that one. Don't have this one. I did learn this. Harry Anderson made this famous. You stick a needle into your arm, and you seem to be able to control the flow of blood. The needle's in there. No blood, no blood, no blood. But when you want there to be blood, there's blood. Yeah, that's a good trick for kids' birthday parties. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Oh, got a couple pages stuck here. Chinese sticks. Classic one. 2 sticks, you pull down on this cord, and the cord on the other stick goes up. You go back and forth, and there is nothing connected between those at all. You can have a lot of fun with that. Dragon production box. I used to have this. I sold it. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. It was cheap cardboard. Egg bags. I have a couple of egg bags, and it's a very standard magic thing. I just never used them. I still play with them once in a while, but I have never actually performed one. But I plan to put it in the show one of these days. We've been going for 24 minutes so far, so if you're actually watching this, thank you. Thanks for the putting up with this. I'm not planning on putting this on my social media. This is mostly a video for me, just to go down memory lane. But if you're watching this, I appreciate it. Check out my other videos. Production panels, I do have that. That's in the shed. SAC X, I do have that. Actually, yeah, I have everything on this. Head chest, you put a person's head in the box, and then you shove a fire torch through the side, and then you open the box, and their head is completely disappeared. And it's another one. You put a person's arm in a tube, and then you shove a flaming torch through the tube. You don't hurt her. Actually, I first saw this trick on the movie Willow. And I'm like, oh, I got to do that. I got to do that. So if you have not seen the movie Willow, Val Kilmer in it, you should definitely watch that movie. It's one of the greats. Oh, let's see. Yes, I do have a video with this on YouTube. Never had that one. The Azra, I do have somewhere. Egg can, never had that, but it's kind of surprising. You put a tube on a little boy's head, and you crack an egg in there, and then for a little while, the boy thinks there's going to be raw egg running down his head. But you remove the tube, and there's a candy that you give to the little boy, and he does not have egg all over him if you did it correctly. But I've never had that one. Flying carpet, don't have that one. Wouldn't mind having that one. I always like levitation, so I don't have that trick. The arm chopper, I do have that, and I do have a video with it. Loadable. Some people say loadable, some people say laudable. You continuously pour out water. You pour it out till it's empty, and you set it down. You come back, and it's filled with water again several times. So it's a running gag. I have a version of this. It's looks like a flask, so you can pour yourself one last shot. But yeah, I don't want to. There's already lies from other magicians in the area saying I'm an alcoholic, which is completely untrue. I am not an alcoholic. But some people will lie just to get the job. I have a version of this, needle through the balloon. That is on my YouTube. A change bag, I have that. I used to have that, but I broke it. Genie tube, nope, yeah, the change bag. I might do a routine with that. You put a handkerchief in the bag, like a red handkerchief, then it turns into a green one, then change the colors back and forth. Cute little trick. The razor blades. Oh boy. This, I've got a few of these. The razor blades are sharp. So yeah, you put razor blades in your mouth, you swallow a piece of string, and then through some coughing and all that other stuff, you bring the razor blades out, and they're tied to the string. So yeah, it is a dangerous one. The razor blades are sharp. They can cut you. I have cut myself on that before. So not a good kid's trick. If you don't mind the cuts and everything, it is an easy trick to do, but it hurts if you're not careful. I've never had that one. If I had the money, I'd probably buy everything in here. A good percentage of it I did have. Sawing Through the Girl. I liked that one. It was a neat one. Didn't have the production tubes. Yeah, just this one, What's Next? I just uploaded that to YouTube a few weeks ago. Wasn't from Old Town, but I just recently bought that trick for the first time, even though it's a classic, a standard magic thing. This one here I plan to put on YouTube. This was actually in that big table I bought from the estate sale a while ago. If you've seen that video, squared circle. I have a couple versions of this, of a squared circle, on YouTube already. The chair suspension, I have that. It's buried in my shed somewhere. Orange box, never had that, but I always like this one. Somewhere on a VHS tape, I have me performing this. Maybe if I can find that, if I can have somebody convert it for me, maybe I can upload that. Oh, but yeah, it was a good trick. Still is. Okay, and then there's the book section. Are there more pages here stuck together? Nope, okay. This one, Balloonatrix, somebody picks a card and then you show the deck to the audience. They're all the same card. Do you have them have that audience member who picked a card point to a balloon? One of them just flies away. The other one just deflates. The other one pops for no reason. But then you say you're going to have the audience tell you what card they were, what card they picked. And they say, four of spades, and it's the wrong card. But then underneath the tray is the card they did pick. It's pretty deceptive because you showed the audience a deck that's all the same, but you didn't show the person who picked the card. So they think they had a free choice. This one is just a gag. It looks like a wizard's hat, and then you take away the cloth and it's a toilet plunger. Kind of a funny gag. A funnel, comedy funnel. It goes great with that magic milk pitcher. You pour milk into the kid's ear, and you realize you're not supposed to drink milk that way, so you put the funnel on their elbow. You have somebody else work their arm like a pump, and then the milk comes out of their elbow. Hippie Hop Rabbits. That is a great kid's trick. Maybe I'll put that on YouTube. I do have that. I've used it quite a lot. Oh my goodness, here we are. The bottles, top Tricky Turvy bottles, that was also in that box from the estate sale. I just never did it. Top Hat Surprise, I don't think I've had those. Or the Bowl Production. And books, you should always have learned some magic from books. I've quite a few of these too. I think I still do have most of them. Let's see. This is probably the magic book that I learned the most from right here. Mark Wilson's Complete Course of Magic. If you can find it, I recommend it. In Old Town, they did on a yearly basis for a while. They put out their own instructional magic videos. This was back in the VHS days. The floating bill was on there, the bill in the orange, which is something I do. I use a lemon in my show, but it's the same effect, really. And let's see, did they have the other ones in here? Nope. They put out 4 videos over the year. Let me grab the other catalog real quick here. But yeah, my catalog, I wrote down the price of everything. If you were not a member of their Magic Club, you paid this much. But if you were a member, you paid that much. Let's see. Where are those videos? I should have bookmarked this. Let's see here. Oh, there we are. But yeah, that's their videos, which originally came out on VHS. I don't know if they were around long enough to get to DVD. But there were 4 volumes that I know of, with Money Metamorphosis, which is something I still use to this day in my show. A lot of other stuff. A lot of very simple magic. They taught a very simple cups and balls routine. And their routine is on my YouTube with my cups and balls routine. They just did the penetration sequence, but I have a lot more than the penetration sequence on my video. I want to get at least 1 trick per video on here. So far, I don't have anything from the Volume 4. But their Volume 2, they let's see, they had the water and the newspaper trick that I did on YouTube not too long ago. That was taught in here. Let's see, the color separation card trick I did on YouTube a couple years ago. I learned that from this video. Volume 3 was all card magic. And so far, I think I have 2 tricks just from this video on my YouTube. I might add a couple more. The poker deal was on my YouTube, my gambling demonstration, and one of my earlier videos, with some kind of a card assembly. I forgot the name of it. And what they called it, I don't remember what they called it. They named stuff through and through is what they called it. I don't remember if I called it that on my video. And the sleight of hand money magic, I have not put anything on YouTube with this yet. But there's a couple tricks on there I want to learn. Yeah, and the rest of this was gags and pranks and stuff like that, and other stuff. The stink bombs, the fart spray. Real men don't need fart spray. There's all kinds of fun stuff in here. I guess a little trip down memory lane. The squirt toilet seat. A little squeeze bulb you fill with water, and you stick it underneath the toilet seat, and when somebody sits down, they get a blast of water where the sun don't shine. I got my sister with that trick. You wouldn't believe all the funny names she called me. Oh my goodness. I wanted this to be a quick video, and we're at 36 minutes already. Oh well. Fake cockroach, the rubber chicken. Oh, where's the... Do they have the fake blood in here? The blood capsules? Let's see, is it... Oh yes, the blood capsules. Oh, inside these 5 capsules is a safe powder. When you put one of the capsules in your mouth, it looks like real blood, just like wrestlers use. Oh, yeah. Oh, the wrestler. Actually, my favorite story, my only favorite story from high school involved the wrestling team. It was 2 days before summer vacation in high school, and gym class, when you're that close to summer vacation, was just sitting in the cafeteria watching TV, and I'm just sitting in the corner reading my catalog from Old Town Magic Shop. Oh, and one of the high school wrestlers yells over at me, "Hey, Hawk!" "What?" "You like wrestling?" I'm like, yeah. Back then, I was a huge fan of World Wrestling Entertainment. Back then, it was the World Wrestling Federation, and I thought it would be cool to be a professional wrestler. So the high school wrestler calls me over. "Hey, man, let me show you a wrestling move since you like wrestling and want to be a wrestler." I'm like, okay. So I go over there, and we do that little square off thing. He grabs my leg. He tries to take me down, but I reverse it. I take him down, and I land right on top of him. I'm like, "Hey, is this it?" "Man, get out of here." I'm like, okay. So I go back to my my little corner, and start reading my catalog again. And he calls me over again. Not even like a minute later. "Hawk!" "What?" "Let me show you another wrestling move." All right, fine. So I go back over to him. We square off again. He tries another wrestling move on me. And yet again, I reverse it. I take him down and land on top of him. I'm like, "Hey, is this how you do it?" "Will you get out of here?" Those weren't his exact words, but I'm trying to keep this family friendly. So I go back to my corner and once again try to read my Old Town Magic Shop catalog, which I've read so many times back then, and I think I had it memorized, really. Not even 20 seconds later, this guy calls me back again. "Hawk!" "What?" "Let me show you one more wrestling move." All right, fine. Well, you heard that expression that 3 times is a charm, right? Yeah. Nope. Same thing happens. He grabs a hold of me, trying to take me down, but I reverse it, and I take him down again for the 3rd time. And throws me, "Get out of here!" Fine. So I leave, and I'm trying to go back to my spot, and somebody else calls me. "Hey, Hawk." "What?" "You know he's just trying to humiliate you?" I'm like, "Dude, did you not see what happened?" The dorky magic kid dropped the jock 3 times in front of his jock friends. Had I been getting dropped all those times, I might consider getting humiliated. But you know what? I think I'm good. Anyway, yeah, we're approaching 40 minutes. And here we go, and there's 40 minutes. This is a long video, but if you stayed through it for this long, I appreciate that. I'll have more funnier videos coming soon, actually showing magic. But I just wanted to go through this. So thanks for watching if you did. Bye.